Welcome to Get Together, a community podcast for fans where we cover all things games, entertainment, and technology, exclusively here on the G.E.T network. I'm your host, Showtime, alongside my good friend here, Buddha. What's good, Buddha?
What's going on? How everybody doing out there?
All right, all right. And we can't thank you enough for setting aside some time to be here with us today. Together, we'll be bringing you the latest about games, entertainment, and tech from around the world. On this week's episode, we'll be talking about Eminem coming to Fortnite, PS5 is getting The Last of Us Part 2 remaster, and the Penguin spinoff, a Star Wars, and along with Star Wars, which has a new creative lead, and Apple's next iPad update, and much, much more. So whether you're a gamer, a movie or TV buff, or even a tech geek, Get Together is the podcast for you. So what's up, Buddha? How you been?
Been good. I can't complain.
Hmm.
I can't out here, still out here in Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten to the Phantom Liberty expansion yet, but I'm just taking my time, slowly enjoying it, and watching TV, watching Invincible, actually. Invincible has been pretty good. Other than that, how about you? How are things with you?
With me, I'm still not even caught up on Cyberpunk, to be honest. I'm still pre-missions, like still getting to learn the game. But besides that, I've definitely been on Fortnite OG. I've been playing a little bit of Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Harry Potter. I'm trying to finish up. Actually got back into God of War Ragnarok, which I dropped after like maybe 6 hours of gameplay, so I'm still trying to finish up that as well. Catching up all of these shows. We got Big Mouth on Netflix and just Attack on Titans. They just finished the dub for what is that show called? Uh, Jeez.
What show are you talking about?
Um, My Hero Academia. So
Okay.
they just yeah. So right now I'm also trying to finish up My Hero Academia, which they just actually dropped the dub version. So
My Hero
finishing up
came back?
yeah, My Hero came back.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yes, sir. So let's get into the first topic of the day with gaming.
It's good.
So this comes from Emma Roth at The Verge. Eminem is coming to Fortnite as part of the game's Chapter 4 finale. Epic Games has confirmed Eminem will appear during the live finale, while players will get to purchase a few different skins modeled after the rapper. Fortnite's final event, called The Big Bang, kicks off on December 2nd at 2 p.m. ET. Is Fortnite's final event, called The Big Bang, kicks off on December 2nd at 2 p.m. ET in an updated page on Fortnite's website. Developers say you can watch Eminem as Eminem during the event, which marks the end of Fortnite OG chapter. That brought the game back to its roots. Fortnite is called an event the new beginning for the game, potentially hinting at a new island. So how you feeling about that? Eminem, the real Slim Shady,
The real one.
coming to Fortnite.
Yeah. I think this is big. I mean, Fortnite has always been big for all the youngins out there. And the fact that they able to turn this game, which is basically a battle royale, and add so many different non-battle royale elements to it, is a testament to the team, the creative department, and the game designers that can just think about all these things up. I remember they did Travis Scott concert, they did an
Yes,
Ariana
sir.
Grande concert, and think about that.
Marshmello.
Yeah, like think about those
Yeah.
things where you're in the video game and you have a concert in the video game.
Yeah,
It
it's
kind of
definitely
takes
dope.
it takes me back to the Ready Player One movie where you want to live in the metaverse, and it's like, hey, in the future, if you want to go to concerts, you actually don't have to go to the concert. You put your headset on, jump into like a Fortnite experience, and grab yourself a seat.
Right. And I mean, Fortnite is also not the only one that's doing it. I believe Roblox kicked off with Lil Nas X. I've heard that was really dope, and they had the biggest jump ever on the game. So a lot of these games are actually trying to build in these real life experiences. I hope Grand Theft Auto can also do it as well. I think bringing a live experience to GTA could definitely possibly be something big.
Yeah, that I wouldn't even know how GTA would do it because like GTA likes to go with realism, and then with Roblox,
Mhm.
like you have obviously it's clearly not realism, and then Fortnite you have the cell shaded kind of
Yeah.
aspect of it, so the textures don't have to be as realistic as they need to be. With GTA, they go for a little bit more realistic approach.
Hmm.
I remember in GTA 4, you can watch the TV in the game, and
Yep.
they had like a Cat Williams special, and I used to watch that in the game. So like things like that, I think that's like that would be like they would have a concert on TV
Mhm.
and you watch it like in TV in the game
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Most definitely, most definitely. And can't wait for this to drop. I might hop on for that Eminem concert. I was there for Travis Scott, I was there for Marshmello, so I might just hop in.
I don't even know if I even have a Fortnite account. Like,
Ooh.
yeah, that's
I
it's
need you.
too.
I need you to come on with me.
I might just make one just to see Eminem. You know,
Hey,
that's I can't
that's
even
it.
imagine if I was like when Eminem came out and I was like a big Eminem fan in school during that age, and if they have Fortnite doing this in that age,
Yeah.
that would be crazy. That would be crazy.
And I mean, I know Fortnite just recently released a patch where, it has to be like kid friendly. So I'm pretty sure like all the raps are gonna be, blurred out, or,
Oh
if
yeah,
he's cussing in, it's gonna be, censored out.
yeah,
So I'm definitely interested to see like what songs like he actually performs in the game.
yeah. Uh, Hopefully this will bring his streams up, and hopefully the young crowd could be like, "Wow, like Eminem was super nice back in the day,"
Yeah.
and
Yeah, he was definitely still the GOAT. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Eminem's still the
he's
GOAT to me.
definitely up there. He's definitely up there. He's deserving of it. Speaking
Definitely.
of Fortnite and music, what else they got?
So our next topic of the day, Hype X on X, upcoming music mode with collabs. Fortnite is working on a rhythm mode called Festival. It has a casual and compelling. You'll be able to play vocals, guitar, drums, bass, solo or team with free rewards. This comes from X, formerly known as Twitter. So the upcoming music mode with collabs, Fortnite is working on a rhythm mode called Festival again, and you'll be able to play all these instruments. And they have artists like Lady Gaga, Poker Face, Linkin Park, Numb, Toto, Africa, Imagine Dragons, Thunder, Alice Cooper, Poison, and different Fortnite music packs, which is expected to release on December the 9th.
Well, these are
Oh
all
man.
rumors. These are all rumors, by the way. These just rumors, by the way. But this guy or gal at It's Unreleased, they are known to have a little leaks out here that came to fruition
Definitely.
before.
Definitely. And they're usually on point with it too. So I definitely could see them doing this. They definitely have different emotes on Fortnite where you can just dance and do fireworks. So I'm pretty sure, this music mode is, definitely in the works. I'm pretty sure you can also already kind of do something like this where they have a concert on like an actual server, and then pretty much only premieres like whenever they're having something or getting ready to have something. So I definitely could see this music mode coming to life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This goes back to us talking about them using Fortnite as a platform, and it's bigger than just being the battle royale video game. And now they're adding, essentially a rock band kind of component, a Guitar Hero kind of component into their game. And I'm really intrigued to see how they go about this. Like, are they giving out peripherals, or are they selling peripherals, or are you just going to be using the in-game guitars and drums and stuff? And then even
Yeah.
think about the potential of the microtransactions of all the skins you could have with the different guitars. You could be like, oh, this is Travis Scott guitar, or this is, Bon Jovi's guitar, or something like that, Lady Gaga's microphone. And all those things is just way more ways to get V-Bucks out of everybody. So it's kind of smart, kind of smart.
Yeah, definitely. I can definitely see Fortnite selling out these packs because everybody wants to be exclusive nowadays. Everybody wants the coolest, newest thing on Fortnite, and all these microtransactions just keep making Fortnite richer. To be honest, Epic Games. I'm pretty sure they're on their way to making millions.
Billions.
Billions with a
Right.
B, capital B.
Yeah, they make the Unreal Engine. So on top of
Mhm.
that, that the
Yeah.
money that they get from basically providing majority of the video game world with an engine to use their games for, um, they're sitting pretty well, sitting pretty well. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were using their, didn't they buy like a Garage Band or Bandcamp, I believe it was, um for their audio department, and I know they had layoffs there, but maybe they're
Yeah.
just transferring their people inside of Epic themselves and using their expertise to plug that into Fortnite, the platform, since they know Fortnite is so big. So if you're going to
Mhm.
use your platform and your resources, plug that stuff into Fortnite and you're way more susceptible to succeed. I'm kind of
Yeah,
thinking like that.
definitely. Oh, definitely, definitely. And the game, Fortnite looks amazing. Fortnite looks amazing. Everything that they're doing over there is amazing. The quality is amazing. The sound is amazing. They're actually putting like when you boot up the game, there's songs that actually play now. I'm pretty sure I got like a Kid Leroy pack where as soon as I start up the game, it starts playing all different Kid Leroy songs. So yeah, definitely, it's dope. It's dope. They're all
Yeah,
Epic Games is on to something. Watch out for
definitely.
them.
No, yeah, they've been here and they're gonna continue to be here. And somebody else who's here, who makes game engines, there's a company called Game Maker, and they have a wild announcement that Game Engine Game Maker is now free for non-commercial use. This comes from Video Game Chronicles by Chris Scullion. Since August 2021, Scotland-based developer Yo-Yo Games game engine has been free to use, but developers wishing to export or publish their game had to publish a subscription fee of $9.99 a month for non-console platforms or $79.99 a month for all platforms, including consoles. Now, as announced in a new post on the software's blog, the payment model has been changed to make it cheaper for commercial developers and entirely free for non commercial ones. Game Maker is now, quote, absolutely free to download and keep forever for non commercial use, according to its FAQ page. Quote, we have seen other platformers making awkward moves with their pricing and terms. Game Maker head Russell K. said, referring to Unity's controversial monetization plans earlier this year. I think this is big news. I remember
Hmm,
in college we was trying to use Game Maker because Unreal Engine wasn't working too well on Macs back then.
right.
So Game Maker was one of the only things we were able to use for our projects and stuff. Um, so having this be essentially free, it's big, especially for the indie crowd, the college crowd, and people who just might want to dabble into creating a game for themselves. This is a good stepping stone to start to use.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of dabblers out here. I can definitely see, the indie market, definitely using this. I'm not sure if they would have to give credit to Game Maker since it's essentially free. I would like to see like, what the terms of service are for this. Because once you're paying for something, you can use it however you want it. But if it's free, I know it comes with sometimes like a catch sometimes. So I'm definitely interested to see like, how it goes.
Yeah. Let's see what they say. They say, quote, so we thought, what if we did the opposite? Something that we could actually be good for developers. Our success is measured by the number of people making our games. Developers can export the game to Mac, Linux, Android, PC, iPhone, and web without paying any fees as long as they don't plan on making any money. See, that's the key. However, if they do want to sell their game, they just pay a one-time fee of $100 versus the old monthly subscription. And that's with PC, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, and web. But for consoles, if they wanted to sell, they'll have to do the $79.99 a month subscription. But they also announced you'll be able to export for free for consoles, but only for non-commercial education games as long as you're set up as an education account. So there's a lot of mm, crossing the T's, dotting the I's going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, you better watch out. Read them terms of service
Yeah.
contracts real carefully.
Yeah, but like
Find your whole
for
life.
the dabblers, this is definitely something amazing for them. And I know Unreal Engine is free too, but Unreal Engine is kind of heavy, and if you don't have like
Very heavy.
the beef to use it, then Game Maker might be something for you. And maybe you want to do a little iPhone, Android game or a web game to try to, dabble your toes into the creative department of video game development. And here's your opportunity right here without having to pay a dime.
Definitely. And well, speaking of beef, there's also beef within the PlayStation community. If you haven't heard, PlayStation 5 is remaking The Last of Us Part 2 remaster. And a lot of gamers are like, "Oh, I don't want to buy it. Why is there a Last of Us remaster?" But let's get into it. So, this is coming from Naughty Dog and Dornbush editorial from Content Manager. The Last of Us Part 2 remaster is designed to let you dig deeper into both of its development and mechanics. Chief among these is a brand new mode called No Return, a roguelike survival mode designed to let players prove their mettle, randomized encounters, and experience. The Last of Us Part 2's combat and a fresh experience. The mode includes a host of playable characters to choose from, some playable for the first time in the Last of Us franchise, which you may have spotted in the trailer, who each come with their own traits to suit different playstyles. Players will chart their own course on each run, choosing between various stealth and combat encounters that will allow you to pit against a range of enemies, with unique twists that can add new, unexpected factors to any given encounter. Mm. So new characters, different encounters, new mechanics. How you feeling about this, Buddha?
Um, I'm I'm tricky on it. Like The Last of Us Part 2 just came out not that long ago, and it was literally just remastered in a sense for PlayStation 5 with 60 frames per second and high
Right.
resolution with dual sense controls and all that stuff. So,
Mhm.
and first glance, this kind of looks like a cash grab from Sony, like, and wanting to capitalize on the Last of Us hype and being able to get another $70 out of people. But going through what they're explained right here, how they add in the roguelike survival mode and all the other little features that they're adding, this
Right.
is definitely a substantially bigger game, beefier game, and
Definitely.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Did they say this is co-op by any chance, or is this like a solo run kind of thing?
Well, it's looking like it's gonna be a solo run type of thing, but we can talk about it more. So you should be able to unlock more skins, guitar free play mode. You will be able to see unfinished levels cut from the game, while also being able to see the glimpse into the creative process. It will also be noticeable to note 1440p upscaled to 4K, unlocked frame rate for VRR. You can also get all of this for a whopping $10 if you bought it on PS4. You will also be able to import your saves from the original game into the remaster.
Okay, now
So,
now they're talking to me nice. Now we're speaking Buddha language right here. Okay, the ten
yeah,
dollars you had me. All right.
$10, all for $10, but that's if you bought the game already. So, I think that's a perfect trade-off. You get to see levels that have not been released yet. You get to do different modes in the game, different encounters. You gotta get to see like the art within the game. The Last of Us is a beautiful art, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We were talking about this on EP2, and I think it would be awesome to see this all in 4K.
Oh,
Well, upscale,
yeah.
upscaled.
And this is great for the people that just got into Last of Us because of the TV show or even because of the remastered of the original one, and you still got that itch because the remastered just came out, what was it, a year ago, I believe. So getting that itch scratch within a year kind of reminds us of going back to the old days of you getting a sequel to your game a year later or something like that, and you don't have to wait too long to play your game and find a continuation of where those characters that you enjoy so much, where they're at and where their story leads to, and now you get to experience it in clearer HD, VRR, all that other extra good stuff.
Right. And I'm thinking like this, like I played The Last of Us Part 2, but I didn't platinum the game. So I'm thinking of maybe buying a $10 version just to platinum the game and see all these undeleted, scenes and cutscenes and different playable characters. So I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely excited. Um, Now, do I feel as though if you haven't bought the game to go ahead and buy this? I don't know. It's definitely up to you, definitely up to the players. I definitely will say that they're shooting, I believe, HBO starting in 2024, and we won't get to see it until 2025. So it's kind of like an in between period. That's what I'm kind of thinking of it as an in between period to calm our nerves. We don't get to see the whole show for quite some time, so we get to play the video game instead and see cutscenes and get a little detail into what they were making while making The Last of Us Part Two.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything you just said. They know what they're doing, and for players like me who have not played Last of Us 2, this is the one that I was waiting for because I knew that I could count on Sony and I would get a proper PS5 version, so to speak, of the game and play it at the best fidelity possible at the time. And I'm sure by the end of next year, there'll be a Last of Us Part 2 PS5 Pro update, and that's something we'll talk about when it gets here. But am I going to wait for that, or will I play it here, or will I will they release it on PC and I play it on PC? Those are questions that I'm contemplating right now. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But other than that, I like everything they're doing about that. I like everything about The Last of Us, and I can't wait to see what the story takes us.
Yeah, definitely. And you know where we need y'all to take us, to that like and subscribe button. Make sure y'all smashing it, like that, subscribe, do all of that. Leave comments below. Make sure y'all rate the view on Apple and Spotify podcast. We appreciate y'all. It definitely helps a lot. It pushes out the content. So please, please, please keep it going. Keep it going.
Please, please, we need and appreciate every little bit that you give to us, and everything you give to us just makes us a little bit more better the week after, and we could continue to do this and bringing even more than a weekly podcast to you. Who knows?
Definitely. Ha, I would love that more than a weekly podcast. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, so we can, make this show better than what it is right now.
100%, 100%. So we want to go to
Go
the
into next
yeah, yeah.
topic.
Let's take it. Let's take it. Let's take it to the next
Entertainment.
spot. So entertainment news today we have The Penguin. Colin Farrell returns in the Batman spin-off crime series. This comes from Empire Online by Ben Travis. It has now been confirmed that it'll actually, quote, pick up days after where the Batman ended, exploring the moves that Copperpot makes in the power vacuum left by Carmine Falcone's departure. It'll likely be a while before the Batman 2 makes its way to the big screen. The Penguin is being described as, quote, the next chapter in the Batman saga, building the myth of Gotham to even greater heights before the Bat is back in business. Get ready to dive even deeper into the city's darkest corners. There hasn't been a full trailer yet, but Max did show an, quote, in production teaser earlier this year. It showed us a brief look of some footage from the series. We also get to see Cobblepot try to establish himself as the, quote, new kingpin of Gotham, following the void that was left in the city's underworld after the events of the Batman. Yeah,
Mm.
so did you see the Batman movie?
Oh yeah, I seen the Batman movie. I went to go see it with my best friend Karen. We had a good time in the movie theaters. Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this, especially because I think it's gonna be great. Max is out here. HBO, well, it used to be called HBO Max, but now it's called Max, and they are really like throwing money at these big productions. So I got to see, Batman being great.
Yeah. Do you think that Batman's gonna make an appearance in the show?
Um, I believe it's quite possible. If you guys are audio listeners, we did see like a glimpse, small glimpse of Batman, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in it. But it does look like majority of it, is gonna be like a background story, and we're definitely gonna, get little glimpses of things and going to into the progression of how he gets into it with Batman.
Right. Right. And also, just so everyone knows that the Penguin does take place in the same universe as Robert Pattinson's Batman movie. However, it does not take place in the greater overall story of the new rebooted DC universe. And that's going to start next year with James Gunn and Creature Commandos. And then in 2025, we get Superman Legacy. And from there on out, will they have a special way of telling the audience what these products are. So the Batman will be considered the Elseworlds, the DC Elseworlds, meaning that creators have their own little pocket of creativity and they can do whatever they want with those characters, and it has no ties to the overall DC universe. And then you have obviously the DC universe with those characters, and they have a connective tissue to the storylines and previously and everything like that. So you will get two Batman sometimes. You might even get two Superman movies and some shows that overlap from each other. So they're doing something similar to what Marvel is doing with their Marvel Spotlight. The only thing is, I think Marvel Spotlight does considered canon in a way. It's just that you don't have to watch it to understand the story. Versus DC Elseworlds is those are completely separate no matter what. They have nothing to do with the overall arching story of the DC universe. So which is kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely. And like I was saying, like they're inside this show destroying Maseratis and destroying what was that last SUV? That was a Lincoln. Like that's money. That's money. Like it has to be great. It has to be great. So
Right.
I definitely can't wait to see it when it drops on HBO Max. If you haven't watched any of the Batman movies, make sure you guys are subscribed to Netflix. Netflix is getting ready to drop a bunch of Marvel movies on their streaming platform. And speaking of different universes, there is a Star Wars undertakes universe shaking changes after Ahsoka by Anthony Bezican for Vanity Fair. Go ahead, Buddha. Go ahead, take this.
Yes, sir. So Dave Filoni has a new mission in the Star Wars universe after guiding Rosario Dawson's force-wielding hero to distant celestial realms in the first season of Ahsoka. The writer, producer, director, who started out working alongside George Lucas on the animated Clone Wars show nearly 2 decades ago, has ascended to a new position at Lucasfilm, one that will give him input into all the galactic storytelling going forward. Quote, now I'm what's called Chief Creative Officer of Lucasfilm, Filoni tells Vanity Fair, which places him into the development process much earlier and in much more expansive capacity than his previous adversary duties. Quote, in the past, and a lot of the projects I would be brought into, I would see it after it had already been developed a good ways. Filoni will now work more directly with Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy and alongside Carrie Beck, a veteran producer turned head of development, to originate and shepherd the next generation of Star Wars shows and movies. Quote, in this new role, it's open up to basically everything that's going on, Filoni says. When we're planning the future of what we're doing, I'm involved at the inception phase. He continues, I'm not going to be telling people what to do, but I do feel I'm trying to help tell the best story that they want to tell. I need to help. I need to be a across the galaxy here, like a part of a Jedi Council almost. He described his responsibilities as understanding the intent of the filmmakers and being a resource to them, based on his mentorship under Lucas himself and his years spent steering the Clone Wars, Rebels, and Ahsoka's. Quote, literally hours now of Star Wars storytelling I have done, he said, before pausing to rethink his syntax. See, I even phrased that like Yoda. So, for me, as a Star Wars nerd, this is fantastic freaking news because Dave has basically been the apprentice to George Lucas this whole time. And like they said, Clone Wars was started 20 years ago before Disney even touched Star Wars, and Clone Wars is essential to Star Wars canon. And he continued it with Rebels, he continued it with Ahsoka, and it's just that he's like the Wikipedia is essentially of Star Wars, and how he knows how these stories and these characters are supposed to be, and how, and like he said, being able to pick his brain. But what's the point of picking his brain if you already started the production, or if you already started writing the projects, or if you already started what you thought this was supposed to be, and you bring him and he tells you no, that's not like that, but you're like, hey, don't worry about it, it's okay anyway. You end up where Star Wars has ended up now. All the Star Wars things that have happened on Disney Plus have been because of him and Jordan Favreau. So the Star Wars fandom owes a lot to this. And I also know that there's a lot of Star Wars fans who was upset with Ahsoka, and they blame the pacing or the effects or whatever the case may be. But clearly Disney saw that this man can not only do the storytelling, but he can do it in live action. So for him being able to do this in live action and have the storytelling backing in his mind, he can, like you said, help the creators create a better story and a better overarching story, so that we won't run into what we ran into with the Disney, what was it, 7, 8, and 9, how they had three separate stories and they try to put them all together when it was too late. And now we have the Mandalorian universe where all these shows intertwine, and hopefully his movie is supposed to be the culmination of all the Disney Plus TV shows that have came to be so far. So I'm super hype. I know hella people are super hype, and the chief creative officer title is like second only to a CEO title, because who wants to be in boardroom meetings all day? You want to be a creative. You want to create things. And I'm so happy he has his role and he gets to show people what he's made of.
Yeah, there's definitely a plethora of different stories for Star Wars going way back before I was even born. They have like live action TV shows, animated TV shows, you have the movies, you have the video games. Like it's a lot going on within Star Wars. And I'm definitely interested to see like, how they definitely spin this off.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And one of the major gripes that I'm sure he had with Disney was that Disney didn't use George Lucas's scripts for 7, 8, 9. They wanted to do their own thing. And when they did their own thing, we saw how that turned out. And they let the Mandalorian universe, rumor is that they sent that out to die. They didn't think that was going to be anything, and they kind of find out that was the biggest thing to come out of Disney Plus, and that literally saved Disney Plus, because Disney Plus had nothing at the time when Mandalorian came out. So having that push, and then because of the Mandalorian, we was able to bring the fans back for Obi-Wan, and bring the fan back love for Christian Hayden with Darth Vader, and the love for the prequels and all that other stuff. So, and that's a lot of that is because of Dave, because he spent so much time as the tutelage with George Lucas. So he understands these stories better than almost anybody.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And you know who else understands the story? Our subscribers. Y'all make sure y'all like it, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Make sure you're
Please,
rating the
please.
podcast on Apple and Spotify. We definitely appreciate it. Everything. We're on all social media platforms: Twitter, formerly X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook. We're also on TikTok.
TikTok,
What else we're on?
IG, we're on YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts. Our YouTube Shorts picking up too, and TikTok.
And if there's any platforms that we're not on and you guys want us to be on, just let us know. We'll throw ourselves right on there.
Definitely, I'm with it. So our last topic for today is going to be technology, and we're going to start with Sunbird, as an AI message app for Android shuts down for now. This is from 9 to 5 Mac. Sunbird, the pretty sketchy iPhone message app for Android, has been exposed as having majority privacy concerns and has now opted to shut down the app for the time being. Nothing in response to the problems opted to block downloads for Nothing chats almost immediately. Further, a notification was sent to users who had set up the app that the usage of the app has been paused. In the Sunbird subreddit, users showed images of a notification stated the app is on pause for now. Dear Sunbird user, we have decided to pause Sunbird users for now while we investigate security concerns. We will update you when we are ready to proceed. Sheesh, that's
Yeah,
crazy. I definitely expected it to come though. I was waiting for this.
yeah, we talked about this last week how there was some privacy concerns with the game, and I mean with the iMessage app and having it on iPhone and having it be encrypted and things. So it was inevitable. It was inevitable. And honestly, I thought Apple will be the ones to close it down, not them. But apparently somebody on Twitter named at Evo Wiz created a thread and have a summary where it says essentially Sunbird has access to every message sent and received through the app on your device. All of the documents, images, videos, audios, PDFs, VCards sent through the Nothing chat and Sunbird are essentially public. And Nothing chats is not end-to-end encrypted. And you can go on his thread, his Twitter name or X name is at EVOWIZZ. He has a complete thread on everything, privacy concerns, and how he figured all of that out. And basically, our worst fears are there because a company somewhere, somehow, has access to all of the things that we hold dear, and we gave them that access. So nobody else is to blame but ourselves if you
Yeah,
did go through
definitely.
that process.
Yeah, and again, Apple, what's going on, Apple? Like, you should have been the ones to, stop this from the jump. I feel like there's plenty of apps that I have on my phone now that you've deleted, cut from the App Store right away. Um, Apps like that have free movies for everyone, you've cut that immediately. So what was, the whole thing with, privacy concerns? Do you even really care about, the consumers that are on your platform, Apple? So
They care.
my take on it.
They care when they get 30%.
Definitely, definitely. And speaking on the topic of Apple, the iPhone 16 and the iPhone 16 Plus will only have 60 hertz displays. So what do you think about that, Buddha?
Remember last week they said how the iOS 18 was supposed to be a very ambitious software because the iPhone 16 won't have any special hardware features,
Yeah,
and this is part of it. You have an iPhone 16 and a 16 Plus that only has a 60 hertz display in the year 2024. That's just as a technology company that's charging almost $1,000 for these phones.
yeah.
That's a tough pill to swallow, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, my iPhone 13 Pro Max has 120 hertz refresh rate along with an OLED screen, which is why I got the phone. So I'm pretty sure, like, you already have this technology. Why can't you just put it into these phones? Why do you always, have to, play yourself? Pretty much, you're playing yourself.
Yeah,
You
they're
have the
playing
technology
us.
already.
They're playing us, and
They're playing us, but they're also playing themselves. Because I mean, nobody's gonna want to buy your phone. You have a previous iPhone that's 120 hertz, and you're trying to sell this iPhone 16 for 10 times more because it has this, these features, these software features. They're not gonna buy it. They're not gonna buy it. Why? When they can just buy an older phone. So technically, yeah, you're playing us, but you're also playing yourselves.
yeah. But when the 16 comes out, they won't be selling a 13 Pro Max by then. And all this shows is that they're trying to basically differentiate as much as they can between the regular models and the pro models to justify that price increase. So they're going to put as many things as they can into those pro models to be like, hey, you need to pay this extra $200, not only because it has a bigger screen, but because you only get X amount of features on these devices versus the lower quality devices, essentially. But if that's the case, I don't even know why you're selling four phones. Um, but
Yeah.
that's that. That's $1 trillion company. So who am I to say? Yeah.
It is $1 trillion company, but again, I feel like Apple's kind of shooting themselves in the foot, just like they're shooting themselves in the foot with this upcoming iPad model. The iPad will have an OLED screen, and this is coming from ET News. So Apple plans to transition the iPad lineup to OLED displays starting next year with the iPad Pro models. Future iPad mini with a larger 8.7 OLED display, which is also in the works. So again, it's not only in the Pro model, it's also in your mini display model, and that's coming from ET News. So it's just like, if you can do this with the smaller model and the Pro model, like what's differentiating from your phones? Like, I just don't get it. Again, they are a $1 trillion company, so you obviously are doing something right, but
Well, by
me,
them
it's like, cool.
continuing to split those categories up to make you spend more later on, and actually think about it, if you buy a 16 or 16 plus, you're more likely to buy a 17 Pro versus waiting for a 18 or a 18 plus, because you're like, wow, I experienced this, but I know what the pro features are. I kind of want those. So my next one will be a pro version of the phone versus them just sticking with the phone that they have. And also too, these phones are getting so powerful and they're able to last for so long. There's really not much need to have to upgrade every year or every 2 years like you used to. So do you have to find, like they said, ambitious ways to make your customers come again to your product and spend that money that you want them to spend?
Definitely. And speaking of spending money, we're getting into holiday time. We're dropping this episode on Thanksgiving Day. It's holiday time. We're getting into Black Friday deals, the best deals on Amazon, Best Buy, and more. You want to read off that list, Buddha?
Yeah, so we got our list from The Verge. You can go to The Verge and click on Early Black Friday 2023, and they have literally 100 plus different deals you can get on. And if you go on our screen right now for our visual watchers, you have the things like the Apple AirPod Pros, the second gen, 24% off at 190. You can get some regular Bose Quiet Ultra headphones for 12% off at 379. There's so many different discounts on so many different things on this website. A Google Pixel Watch for 200, Apple 2022 watch for 179. They have plenty other things like phones, the Motorola Razr Plus, $300 off at $700. If you want a TV, they have TVs, you have tablets, they have so many different things online and on sale. I encourage you to go to The Verge Black Friday and check every single one out. They have links to everything that you need and what you're looking for. And these, again, these are just the early Black Friday ones. So by the time you're watching this video, the official Black Friday deals should be out by then. So definitely go online and check all your websites, your favorite websites, your favorite Twitter accounts to get all those deals necessary. And also, I believe Cyber Monday is this Monday. So,
Cyber Monday this Monday.
you know, your pockets will not like you this week, but hey, that's why we buy these tech things for ourselves, not our pockets.
That is definitely correct. But you know who will like you next week? Us. If you hit that like and subscribe button, smash that thing. We definitely appreciate it. We love you guys so much. Make sure you
Appreciate
guys
you.
leave us some comments what you like, what you don't like. If you enjoyed the show, if you didn't enjoy the show, please let us know, man. Make sure you're rating us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And again, we definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Too much.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy
holidays,
holidays,
everybody.
man.
Eat that food, get that itis, check out them games, whether it be sport, video games, movies, TV shows. Tell us what you've been watching this week and maybe give us some recommendations on what we should be watching, what you should be looking out for. Definitely.
Definitely. All right, guys, until next time, it's been a great, wonderful get together podcast exclusively on the GET network, man.
Thank you guys so much. Peace.